Hey everybody, it's Olivia here, and I just recorded an entire video, clicked the wrong button, and it deleted it. So, way! And this is my first video in so long, so that's not a good start. But anyway, I wanted to make a video just before I get really busy again. It's been so long, and I have so many things to tell everybody, and they're really positive things. So if you're watching this and you're not doing too good health-wise, I'm hoping that you can watch this and you can see hope that things do get better. I made a list of a few things I want to talk about. So the first one is college. I have completed my first year at college. And this was huge for me because before I started, I was like, am I going to be able to sit through a 2-hour lecture because I can't sit up for 20 minutes? And I dropped out of school years ago for my health because I was bedbound. And I also thought, will I be able to study and concentrate because I haven't read a book in about 5 years, let alone work. So when I started college, I was very skeptical, will I be able to cope with this? But the reason I started is because I had made a lot of improvements over the summer beforehand, so I thought I would give it a go, and it was the best decision ever because I managed it completely fine. I really got into it. I could sit through every lecture, not have problems, meet new people, and be known as just a normal person and not the ill kid. And I did it. And throughout the whole year, I missed 2 weeks in February when I had a really bad flu with fevers and things. And apart from that, I had full attendance the whole year, which is ridiculous for someone with POTS. So amazing. And then I had my end of year exams in May, and I just got my results a few weeks ago. I wouldn't usually share my results with other people because I'm not the kind of boasting person, but I'm going to be sharing my results with you because I got all A's, and that's the best you can get, and I got them in every subject that I did. And for me, that is so huge because I know in myself that when I was younger, I was a clever girl. But then when I was 11, my whole life got taken away from me. And I was ill for so many years that I did wonder, will I ever be able to get my life back? And I did think, I've been so ill, I hope my brain hasn't been affected. Will I ever be able to study and concentrate again? So for me to go into college after so long and get the top marks possible is the biggest achievement. It's like, take that, POTS. You may have taken my life away from me for a long time, but I'm getting it back. So I was so happy. And I have another year to go, and I start on Monday. And it's going to be tough because Monday I have a full day. I'm in from 9 till 4:30, and I didn't have that once last year. So again, I'm like skeptical, will I be able to cope with it? But I think of how well I coped last year, and I'm just hoping that I just can't think about it. I just have to see how it goes and take it from there, take every day as it comes. So that is college and exams and studying covered. Since college, I've been on summer for 2 months, and I have been going out loads. Like every one of my friends, I have been just as normal as them. I have been doing bowling, crazy golf, going on nights out where I go out, where I won't leave the house till about 11:30 at night, and then I'll go out till the next day partying and things like that. And I'm like every other person, except I don't drink alcohol. I never have, I never will. That's just my thing, and I wouldn't want to risk it with POTS. But apart from the fact I don't drink, I'm doing everything that everyone else does. And I'm having fun, I'm standing on my feet, I'm dancing, it's brill. And talking of going out, and this brings in another subject, and this is working. I have never been able to have a job because, well, how can you work when you're bedbound? You just can't. But when I was out with my friends this summer one night, I got approached by a manager of a club where I live. And he was asking me if I wanted to be a PR. And because this channel is a global channel, I don't know if you all exactly know what that means, but it's basically where you advertise. It's a new club, and you advertise this new club by telling people about it, handing out flyers, giving out free passes, half price entry, queue skips, things like that, and generally just trying to encourage people to go. And I went home that night and I told my parents, and I wanted to do it because I thought, you know, I love socializing. I'm a night owl. I love going out at night time. I love chatting to people. But the one thing my parents were saying was, will I be able to stand for that length of time? Because my shift was 9 p.m. at night till 12:30. And so I thought, do you know what? Let's just give it a go. And so I went to work the next day, and I did my shift, and I was on my feet that entire time. I thought I'd be able to sit down in bars and things, but no, it was basically outside. It was an outside job, and it was on my feet the whole time, going up to people and talking to them. But do you know what? It was really fun, and I did it. And I got paid for it. So I actually did a job with pots that was on my feet standing for 3.5 hours. However, I can't continue the job because when I go back to college on Monday, I won't be able to balance college and going out and working, because it's like one or the other. I can't do too much. It's everything in moderation. So when I was at college all year, all I did was study and college. All summer, I've just gone out, enjoyed myself. So I can't do the job again, but who knows, maybe in the future sometime. The only downside I did have to it, I don't know if this is connected because you never know with POTS what triggers it and what doesn't. And that is, I did my first shift on Friday night, and then on the Saturday, I was fine, but I still had like the adrenaline in me, because I hadn't gotten to sleep till about 5 a.m. And then I went to bed Saturday night, and in the night I woke up and I walked to the toilet and I lost my vision on my way back from the toilet, and that's not happened in a long time really. And I completely couldn't see, and then I passed out. And I don't faint. I've only fainted a few times with POTS. It's a rare occasion for me to faint. So my parents were like, Olivia, you're not doing that job again because it was too much for you, and that's why you fainted and had that happen. But I was like, it could just be a coincidence. I enjoyed it, though I want to do it again. But I've quit after one shift. Oh my goodness. Because I would have tried it again, but my parents have banned me, saying, you're not taking the risk, you're not doing that to yourself, it's too much of a coincidence. So, but it was worth a try, and I did it. And I mean, after I fainted, when I went back to sleep, I woke up the next day and I was fine. So yeah, I don't think it's that bad. Obviously it's not nice fainting and losing your vision, but it was like temporary. So Other positive things that have been happening is I went on my first plane this summer since being ill, and I'd heard so many horror stories of people with POTS going on planes and having the worst POTS they've ever had on planes because of the whole air pressure change, and that they couldn't stop fainting and throwing up. And I was like, oh my god, I don't want to go on a plane. But I was with my whole family, and I went on a plane, and I was completely fine. The only thing I had was throbbing legs, but I was wearing compression stockings, and I can cope with throbbing legs for a few hours. That's nothing in comparison to what I have been through over the few years. So, plain all the horror stories I'd heard didn't apply to me, and I was fine. So, again, another positive for any of you who are worried about flying. It was okay with me. I know everyone's different, but for me personally, I thought I wouldn't be able to do it, and I did it. And then another thing is I can be left alone now for like days at a time, weeks at a time. My parents have actually they went away yesterday, and they're going away. They're away for a few weeks, and so I am being independent, looking after myself for a few weeks. I'll be starting college by myself. I'll be cooking for myself. I'll be cleaning for myself. I'm being independent, and for so much of my life I've not been independent, not by choice, but because I couldn't. I couldn't walk downstairs before to cook or even get a drink, and now I'm doing it all myself, and my parents can feel that they can go away and leave me now. And still, before my mom left, she was like, oh, Olivia, I hate leaving you, because I still get my bad days. But I was like, Mom, I'm fine. I can look after myself now. And I think she finds it hard to accept that, because she's been through it all with me. And it's like she can't believe that I can do all this stuff now. It's like surreal to her, if that makes sense. So I'm really happy. Sure, I still get symptoms, but nothing in comparison to what I used to. If you're watching this and you're like, how did you suddenly go from bedbound to being able to do so much? I don't know. I genuinely believe it was just time, and you hear so many people say that you'll grow out of it, and when you're at your worst, you find that so hard to believe. You're like, how is that even possible? But as time has gone on, I am getting stronger and stronger. I'm doing more and more. I'm getting my life back, and it will happen. And even in the last few weeks, I've been reducing my medication, because every day I take ibuprofen. But I've not had an ibuprofen pill for 10 days. And I was taking it every day for about 3 years. So it's like my body's not needing it as much now, because it really helped a lot of my nausea and my mast cells. So things are definitely on the up, and I'm just hoping, they're not 100% yet, but I'm hoping that if I continue to make this much improvement, I will be 100% better in the future. And I really need to stop recording, because this is far too long, but I think it's brilliant that this channel is now getting more and more videos, and it's getting back to its old self, where it's not dead anymore. There's not such gaps between videos. That's brilliant, because when I was at my worst, this channel is what kept me going, seeing a video every single day. So good luck to the channel, and I'm a sub, so I'll try and make videos if needed. Yeah, but I'll speak to you all soon on Facebook or something, and anyone can add me. I'm Olivia Potts with 2 T's. Yeah. So just give me a message whenever you want, basically, and I'll try and answer it as best as I can. So, wow, 20 minutes. Okay, bye everybody.